Are you upper class, middle class, or lower class according to your net worth based on the census data? In today's video, we're going to look at the actual metric, the actual criteria to fall into these categories: upper, middle, and lower class according to your net worth, right? So net worth. Net worth is basically what you own minus what you owe, right? Simple. What you own, things of value, minus what you owe. So your liabilities subtracted from your assets, right? Your liability, as you already know, is things that you owe, debt, and your assets or thing of value that you own. So things of value, your home, right? The equity in your home, your retirement accounts, right? Your 401k, your IRA, your non-retirement brokerage account, your savings account, your checking account, the 529 for your children's retirement, your car, your jewelry, anything you own that's of value. That'll be on one side, the asset column, right? Right. This is how to do the balance sheet. Right. You will hear people talk about balance sheet, assets, and then liabilities. So that's all your assets, things of value. And then you take your liability, the thing that you owe, your credit card debt, your personal loans, your mortgages, right? Your home equity line of credit, anything that your student loans, anything that you own, and you add them all up. If your assets and your liabilities are exactly the same, your net worth is zero, which is sometimes not bad depending on your age and stage. If your liability is more than your assets, then you have a negative net worth. And sometimes we're in a hole, right? You have nothing but debt, student loan, credit card, you know, and they're large amounts, and you really are young and early in your career, and you haven't built up your assets, you could have a negative net worth, absolutely. And then of course, if your assets are greater than your liabilities, then you have a positive net worth, and this is what we strive for on this channel. Okay, all right. So now that we have the background taken out of the way, let's jump into my computer to look at the different criteria to decide by your net worth whether you're upper, middle, or lower class. Let's go. So here we are on my computer on Yahoo Finance. This article titled "Are You Rich?" Here are the net worth you need to be poor, middle class, and wealthy. Originally written by Benzinga. So the U.S. Census Bureau and other financial sources provide insights into these thresholds. Here's a breakdown of median net worth across different economic classes. So what they do is they divide the entire economy into quartiles, which basically means they divide it by 5 or in fifth. So the bottom 20% is the bottom 20% is the poverty class, right? You can say you're poor, and they have a median net worth of $6,000, just about $6,000, $6,030, right? That's a small amount of net worth. At that level of net worth, right? That's usually younger people, kind of just getting started. They may not have a lot of education, maybe high school graduates, probably just high school or maybe GED, and low they're usually in low wage job, unskilled labor. Think of fast food. Um, think of fast food restaurants. These can also be people just starting out, and they have lots of debt, perhaps lots of student debt, right? So this is the bottom 20%, and obviously, with a net worth of just $6,000, they have not much of any assets at all. Okay, All right, they're basically check to check. They're trying to survive, trying to keep their head above water, trying to keep a roof over their head. Right? I'm sure they don't have a house. They are renting, and so that's a tough spot to be in. Obviously, in that position, you want to increase your skill, training, and so on to get out of that. Okay. So the bottom 20% is the poor. The top 20%, which we'll call the 20, and the top 20% we'll call wealthy, and that middle 60% we will divide into the second, third, and fourth quartile. Right. So the next 20% after poverty is lower middle class. Sometimes people call them the working poor. Right. Right. So the next 20% is the lower middle class. Some people call them the working class, right? So their median net worth is 43,760. So it's a lot higher than the one beneath them, right? It's about 7 times, their net worth is 7 times higher than the rung beneath them, right? This pack typically includes young families and early career individuals who save and invest modestly. So they're probably younger. Their net worth is 43,000, probably just getting started in their job and have not have enough time to build up their net worth. But they're probably living check to check as well. They're probably living check to check as well. They're better off than the people beneath them, but they are barely getting by as it is. Their net worth is 43,000. That may consist of maybe some savings. Maybe they may have a car, um, and that's probably it. Maybe if they have a little starter home, they may have a little equity in there. The next 20% above that is the middle class, not the next quintile. The middle class. The median net worth is now $104,700, right? Over twice the rung beneath them. This includes individuals in their 40s who have paid off some debt and they have some equity in their home, right? $104,000 is not bad, right? So with a median income of 104,700, they have built up some equity in their home, and that's one of the advantages of having a home, increasing the home equity. They probably have some saving, and they've also probably paid off some debt. So that's the middle class. The next quintile up is the upper middle class. Their median net worth is $201,800, almost double the rung beneath them. This group often enjoys more discretionary income and benefits from long-term investment. So with a median net worth of $200,000, again, equity in your home, which give them options, investments, 401k, and that's where their median net worth is coming from their home equity and from their savings. And then the top quintile, which they label here as wealthy, is a median net worth of about 608,900. This group often represents older individuals who have accumulated significant savings and investment. So basically, they have been in their job for a while. Their 401k has accumulated their 401k. They've been investing in their 401k and it has accumulated their equity in their home, and the home is appreciated, and maybe they may have some other savings. So their median net worth is about $608,900. Now, a lot of people tell you, obviously, this is the median, right? So there's half the people above and half the people below. But this is how it breaks down. They label it as wealthy. I'll tell you, people in that category with a median net worth of 608,000 say, "I'm not that wealthy. I have my equity. Most of my net worth is in my home. I have a 401k which I can't touch until I'm older. So they're not living. They may take vacation. They have a car, but they're not extravagant by any means." So, whether you're in the bottom 20%, the middle 20%, the upper 20%. No matter where you find yourself, you could always increase our net worth by living beneath our means, paying off our high interest debts, maxing out our retirement funds, getting the company match, increasing our investing, and generally increasing our financial IQ. So keep your head up. It's the MD Investor again with another video to increase our financial IQ so we can teach our children and break the cycle of generational poverty. MD Investor out.